Hello everyone, this is Afsar Ali. So in this video, we're going to learn about report portal integration with TestNG framework with the Selenium, obviously. So we'll see how we can integrate this report portal. So in the previous video, if you see, we already installed report portal into our local host 8080. So you need to just watch my previous video to how to install, and or if you want to follow this link also, install link and go to deploy with the Docker or deploy with the Kubernetes. So based on your requirement, just try to follow this documentation. I think that would be enough for you to install. All right, so we already have localhost 8080. In that, our report portal is up and running, and we already created one YouTube demo project by going add here in the administrative, add new project. We already created this project, and we'll be integrating TestNG framework with the report portal in this particular video. All right, so if you are in this particular installation website, in this particular directory. All right, so just click on this integrate with the test framework, and within that you can see there are a lot of framework support for Java, .NET, JavaScript, Python, and PHP and others as well available. So what you need to do, just click based on your requirement. Okay, you will get the documentation of each framework, right? So in this particular video, we're gonna see how to integrate the TestNG. Just click on the TestNG framework. All right, so then you will see the very good documentation over here. You can just go through that. Okay, so TestNG also supports in the different ways, like we can do with the Maven CRFI plugin. We can also do with the testng.xml, and also we can custom, if you have a custom runner, right? If you are running your project with a Java, all right, runner, then you can also specify the listener in here, and using command line as well. If you are using, if you don't want to use in a code base and you want to integrate the command line using Maven, then you also can follow this link. And if you are using the other listener annotation inside the test, then you can use this. So there are different ways here already mentioned how to do. All right, so just go through that based on your requirement. You can follow those. So in this particular video, we're gonna discuss how we can integrate report portal with the testng.xml and using Maven Surefire plugin as well. All right, so what you need to do is just in your testng.xml file, you need to provide this particular line. All right, this epam com.epam.reportportal.testng.reportportal testng listener. So this is one listener. I need to mention this if you have this listener already in your suite.xml testng.xml file. So this is my framework, normal testng framework with Selenium. All right, so you can see here I have suite, test classes, and the suite name, etc., etc. And this is the one. So what I need to do is I just need to copy the whole thing, listeners in the test here, and I don't need this particular thing. All right, so here once you click, once you paste this thing, and before that you need to add some dependency as well. All right, so what are the dependency you need to add is here. If you can see within the same uh, GitHub, and you can see you need to add this particular thing, the repositories. If you don't have repository in the pom.xml, all right, so what you can do here, just paste this repository. Then second thing would be just get the whole dependency, and you need to provide within the dependencies. Okay, so you need to put within the dependencies all these dependency, and this repositories, it should be outside of the dependencies, outside of the build, so it should be here. Okay, so once you have done this, try to save it and it will install all the dependencies. All right, so you can see it's downloading all the jar files into our this class path. All right, so once that is being installed, we'll see how we can run this. So this is downloaded already, you can see. All right, so you need to keep only one logging, because we are using log4j logger, so we need to keep this dependency, and we are not using logback. So what we can do, I'll just remove this one. All right, so you need to keep only one logger, log4j logger, and also you have this log4j dependency as well. All right, so once you have that, the next thing that we need to do is in the testng.xml, I can see here there is no error now because we already have dependency installed. Then what we can do, and we need to do one more thing. We need to set up the configuration file as well. So if you see the documentation here, you need to create one config file. All right, so how we can do, so for adding properties file, you need to go any example over here, as we are using log4j. So just go to this example and step-by-step instruction with the log4j. Just click on that, and you need to go to src main resources folder. Okay, so this resources folder, within that you will find one properties file. This is the properties file, and it just copy the whole thing. Okay, and go to your project, and within the src main resources folder, if you don't have the resources, just create within the src main one resource folder, then just create one file, report portal dot properties. Okay, and paste the those thing, whatever you find from here, just paste it over here. So the endpoint would be your report portal localhost URL, or if you are running somewhere else in your EC2 instance in AWS or GCP or somewhere else, just provide the IP address of that. Okay, and the port number. So in my case, I'll be just writing localhost 8080, and the API key, launch name, project name. This thing you can get it within the from your project setting from here. If you go to here, I think it's to get okay, so I should get from here, I think. Just click on here, profile in your user, then go to profile, and you need to select this YouTube demo project or whatever project you created. All right, just click on that, and here inside the this one, you within the profile, you'll get this information. So if you're using Java, then you need to use this all information. If you're using Ruby, .NET, Node.js, this all thing, then you need to use based on your framework, right? So here you can get different parameters like endpoints. What would be the your endpoint? What would be UUID? That is the access token, and what is the project name? What is the launch name each time some new test run, name will be assigned. So based on whatever you provide in here, it will be there. And enable, whether you want to enable it or not. So there are a lot of other things as well you can uh, explore. So what I can do, I just copy this. Okay, I'll just paste it in here and replace that. All right, so once we replace that and save it, so you can do any name that you want to provide over here. So I can do anything. All right, so now we are almost set. So here we have not here in the TestNG.xml file, I have this one, class name, listener name already there. Then we have a test. So now I'll try to run from testng.xml. Then we'll see whether we are getting information in anything in here or not. Okay, let's run it and we'll see. So I'll run it here and we'll see whether this is logging all the report to our report portal or not. Okay, so now we can see it's running. So there are two Chrome instance launched. So I'm running parallelly, and you should see after some time, should log it here as well within this launch. Okay, so you can see test runner number 5 because I already run some instance. So whatever the name you provided in here, you can see within the main resources, I have test runner as a name. So I can see the test runner, and this is appended as 5, 6, 7. It will append like that. And yeah, and we'll try to fail one test so that we can see some error report as well. Okay, let's wait to finish this one. And yeah, okay, so let's click somewhere else so that it will fail this test. All right, I click on this so that my test will fail this particular test. And you can see it's still running. Okay, so now I'm here. So there is something went wrong, I believe. Let me run it again. So only one test pass. Okay, that's fine. So we are not concerned about pass or fail. We should see all the report over here. All right, so just click on this test runner 5. And it will take some time to load. After that, you can see this suite, whatever the suite name you provided in the TestNG here, this suite name will come there. And within that, we have test name active SG, lapsed SG. So this is the test names. All right. So you can also get the overview of each tests, how many passed, how many failed, etc. So, and within that, you can see these are all informations about before test, before method, whether it's a test, and you can see whether it's a pass, whether it's a fail, etc. So all the information you will be seeing here. All right, so within that, if you go, there is nothing. If it is failed, then you can see all the reports. All right, so this is how you can get all the, and also if you have log4j logs, so that logs also will be available over here. All right, so based on your log label, you can log to here report portal. Okay, and the cool thing about report portal is you can see to investigate column. So suppose your 5 tests got failed and you cannot ignore it, because you can see you need to investigate, right, those 5 tests, why those 5 tests got failed. So go to that, then you can see here to investigate, and once you go inside that, and you can see why this got failed, because some locator is not able to identify or something like that. You can get the information by investigating why the test got failed. Then after that, you can do one more thing. Go back, then you can just change the defect type to whether it's a product bug, the automation bug, or system issue, no defect, or something like that. I can say product bug, and that will be assigned as a product bug for that particular issue. And similarly, there's other things as well. Just go through the reports, stack trace, then just you can here you can just change the automation bug or something, whatever it is. All right, so once that is being done, so what you can do next thing, so let's run one clean as well, so that it will pass everything for this particular run. So it's running. We'll see. It's taking a little longer time to load. Hopefully this test will pass. So I'm running parallelly 2 sessions, you can see here. Okay, so now I can see, and it try to log in with a new user. Then I should see all pass. All right. Okay, so invalid user login. Okay, I think that's it. And all tests got passed this time. And go to report portal, and you should see test runner 6. And here total test run, it's 6, pass 6, no skip, no fail. All the information you can get based on that. And now the most important thing that we need to do is we need to create a dashboard. All right, so that we can visualize what are the things that we need to do. So you can say dashboard name, anything, YouTube project dashboard, any name that suits for you. Share, if you want to share this dashboard to anyone, you can just on or off, maybe off or on based on your requirement. Then add new widget. So this is the widget that will show all the overall statistics. Like I can get the overall statistics, and for that you need to write some filters over here. All right, so filter names, you can say YouTube project filter, right? And here launch name, so you can just say the launch name if launch name contains I think test runner. Let me just check this. I believe it's a test runner. All right, so if the launch name contains test runner, or you can add more information as well. And based on the start time, this is my filter. And I can say I want to see like this kind of report or panel view, latest run, latest one only, or all launches only. So click on next, and you to project the dashboard widget name. Okay, I think widget name, overall statistics. Okay, so now I got the overall statistics. I think I should some error over here. Let me create again. And this next step. Okay, for now, just click on some error is saying unclassified error, multiple response of the same entity. Okay, I think some error. Oh, okay. I think already created that one, but not the widget. Let's see. Let's create some other thing like launch table, most failed test cases table, right? So this one also you can do, and a launch name, test runner, and just add it. So you can see test runner and most failed test cases table. So you can see here what are the most failed test cases, and you can add some more passing rate per launch. Launch name is test runner, pie chart or bar view, whatever you want. You can just name it, and you should see over here like this. Also you can arrange based on your requirement, based on your view. All right, so I can show like this, and I can add as many as this one. Okay, unique bugs, failed test case trend, cumulative trend chart. I can say this one as well, and this is my same filter. All right, so I need to use some attribute over here. I think okay, there is something wrong. Maybe data is not available for that particular report, and I can say something launch execution and issue statistics. Okay, so let me add this, add this. Some error. I think you have to change or cancel them before closing it. Okay, I think there is some error with this. Let me just add one more filter. Filter name is for this one, launch execution. Let's see whether this works. And I can say test runner. Okay, so now in this case, this works fine. All right, so you can arrange this one, then two here, and also you can put this one as well here. So there are three, and you can add as many. Okay, project activity panel, username. super admin. So just put this one and you can get the activity, project activity, what is being added, what all the tests run, etc., etc. So just let me remove this, delete it. So like this, you can get informations, right? All the information based on your requirement. You can add more this thing, overall statistics. Okay, so now you can see this is also working fine. And yeah, so you can add as many. So this is how we can use. So let's see, we can see another way of integrating report portal using Maven pom.xml file. So how we can do, right? So you can see there is a way using Maven Surefire plugin. If you go to the Maven repository, I mean this maven.apache.org. So you can see using TestNG and just see this particular listener thing. So just copy this whole plugin. All right. So then after that, we can just change whatever we don't need. All right. So go to here within the plugins. I'll just paste this plugin, and within that, you can say use default listener. Maybe you don't want to, and this is my listener value. So here you need to provide the listeners. All right, so what is the listeners here? So the listener is this thing. All right, whatever provided. Listener value would be this. And let me just remove this. I don't need this property. Okay. And then we need the suit XML files. All right. So here testng.xml suit file name. So whatever the suit name, you need to provide in here. All right. So once that is being done, you can now run from Maven command as well. All right. So if you see in here, maybe just okay. So go to okay. So go to here, then MVN test. Okay, so if you run it, it will try to run this particular pom.xml file and it will try to run our test. All right, so yeah, it's running now. So this is how we can run report portal using our pom.xml file, and you can see in here in the launches. So in the launches, test runner 7 is running. All right, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.